The stove has been incredibly hot this offseason. Free agents are signing all over the place, but there are a couple of big-time trades that we expected, or that a lot of people expected, that have not happened, and one of them is Mookie Betts. He might be staying put in Boston. Let us discuss.
And he drives it into right center field, hit a ton. This baby is way back. On here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today want to talk a little bit about Mookie Betts, because this is one of the top players in baseball, and supposedly he was going to get traded this offseason. It was almost a foregone conclusion. It was a matter of when, not if. But here we are, almost in 2020, still plenty of time in the offseason, still spring training, and hey, even the regular season, if it need be, up until the trade deadline. But the Red Sox supposedly really wanted to move this guy because he is going to be owed up above $25 million, possibly as much as $30 million next season after arbitration. And the Red Sox don't want to pay that kind of money because they want to get under that luxury tax. It's a lot of blue mumbo jumbo, but the bottom line is he was going to get traded, supposedly. Red Sox got a new chief baseball officer, Humm, and he was going to move this contract, cut some payroll, get under that $208 million luxury tax, which I have to imagine would have pissed off a lot of Red Sox fans and will piss off a lot of Red Sox fans if it happens, because we're talking about one of the best players in the game, and the Red Sox still want to compete. It's not like they're giving up. They want to win in 2020. So moving this guy, hard to imagine that's going to help you win in 2020. This is a four-time All-Star, 4 Gold Gloves. This is one of the best players in the game. He can do it all. He can run. He can hit for power. He can field. This is the 2018 MVP. And he already has 139 career bombs, and he's just getting started. If this trade were to happen, it would not be a one-for-one type deal. You're going to have to put a package together. Going to be at least 1 or 2 big league ready players who are already contributing to the big league club, and then at least a couple, maybe probably 3+ minor leaguers who are clearly very talented and more than likely will help the big league club at some point. And it has to also be a team that is ready to win. They are all in. We are winning the World Series in 2020. That has to be that type of attitude, because this guy has only that 1 year left on his contract. And that's why the Red Sox want to move it, because he's going to become a free agent anyway after 2020. A team that's going to take Mookie Betts knowing that he's going to be a free agent after 2020 has to be a team that says, we are winning it all in 2020. We're going for it. And there's only a few teams with that attitude, with that type of prospects in their system, and with a couple of big leaguers that they can move. And one of those teams, unfortunately, as a Giants fan, but it has to be the Los Angeles Dodgers. They got to be the main team. Dodgers have serious depth in their farm system. I mean, we're talking about a team with guys who are already on the big league roster they could throw in. Talking about like Will Smith, talking about Corey Seager, talking about Jock Peterson. But then you go into their minors, and some of these guys have had some big league experience already, like Dustin May, Edwin Rios. Edwin Rios is a guy who's got a lot of talent. He's been in that minor leagues for a while now, but he's always blocked because the Dodgers are so good and they're so loaded that he really hadn't gotten much of a big league opportunity. Also, Keibert Ruiz, Josiah Gray, a lot of top prospects, Mitchell White, DJ Peters. The list goes on and on for the Dodgers. And of course, you have to mention Gavin Lux. He is their #1 prospect. Gavin Lux is a beast, but the Dodgers have already put it out there. He is off limits, and that is part of the problem with the Lindor trade, because the Dodgers would love Lindor as well. Francisco Lindor from the Indians would be another top MLB player who they'd love to get, but the Indians supposedly, and obviously makes sense, would want Gavin Lux if they're going to give away Lindor, and the Dodgers say, Lux, nope, good lucks with that. But I got to imagine the Red Sox would want Lux too for someone like Betts. The only signing that the Dodgers have made is Blake Trinan, who was the closer for the A's on a 1-year, $10 million deal, and that's it. Now, I don't mean to downplay this because this guy is good. I mean, he had a 0.78 ERA in 2018. He was an all-star. He is a nice closer, a really good reliever, no doubt about it. But you know, the Dodgers were looking at like Rendon. The Dodgers were looking at some of these gigantic free agents. They're trying to add another piece. They want to get over that hump and win a World Series. Now, to me, as a Giants fan, I look at the Dodgers, they're already good. I mean, they should have already had a World Series. Just some strange managerial decisions, some bad luck, and it just hasn't worked out for them. But they have a World Series team. They are absolutely loaded, but the Dodgers, of course, want to even add more if they can. They want to make it so that they are the absolute favorites to win it all. And obviously bringing over Betts, depending on who they have to give up, but I would assume that that would pretty much do it. They would be right up there with the Yankees as favorites to win it all if they can manage such a deal. There are a few other teams that have been mentioned, but I don't see it happening. The Braves, they have a nice farm system, but they've already made a few signings. They brought over Will Smith. I mean, I don't know if the Braves, I mean, they did bring over Josh Donaldson for a year. They don't mind bringing over a player for a year to help and try to win a World Series, but I don't know about that. The Padres have been talked about. They've already traded Renfroe over to the Tampa Bay Rays. That's one less guy they could offer. Again, I know the Padres want to win. I know the Padres are thinking, let's compete. But are the Padres like, we're going to win it all this year, all in World Series? That's the type of attitude you got to have to bring them over. Yes, you want to win a World Series. Every team wants to win the World Series. But the Padres are struggling to make they haven't even been making the playoffs. They need to think about making the playoffs first before bringing over a guy like Betts for just 1 year. But right now, I don't think is the time for the Padres. I think the Dodgers are the team. I'm sorry. I think the Dodgers are the team that would go for this guy. I can still see a deal happening. I know the Dodgers want to make this type of deal. They are going to try, and I can see it happening. There's still plenty of time before spring training. It could happen. I don't know how Red Sox fans would feel about it. I would assume they wouldn't be happy because they want to try to win a World Series too. And, if you're going to get two great prospects, couple of big league players who are already doing pretty well, and you give up Mookie Betts, I can't see Red Sox fans being happy. But again, this is a move to get under the luxury tax, and the Red Sox still want to compete. They still got a really good team. Definitely going to talk about the Red Sox soon in a future video, but I wanted to talk about these rumors swirling around about Mookie Betts, because I feel like Mookie Betts, that is one of, if not, definitely top 5 player in the game, possibly. Obviously you got Mike Trout. He's pretty much just number 1, but this guy is so good. And if he goes to the Dodgers, woo! Obviously, I don't want this guy to go to the Dodgers. Not that the Giants are competing in 2020 or are set to try to do anything as far as a playoff push. I understand that. But still, you got to face the Dodgers multiple times during the season. I got to watch the games. I'm rooting for the Giants. I don't want to have them have to play a Dodgers team that's already loaded and then throw Mookie Betts into that lineup. That is going to be a nightmare scenario for other teams in the NL West. And also, it's going to be an absolute dream come true for Dodgers and Dodgers fans, depending on who they have to give up again. But assuming that they can swing a nice deal, the Dodgers would be immediately ready, and they already are pretty much ready, but they would be immediately ready to go for that world championship that they've been wanting, that ring that they've been trying to get. The Dodgers, look out for them and look out for this trade. Right now, it looks like he's not going to be moved. He's staying in Boston, but I'm not so sure about that. I'm putting in more about 50-50. I'm saying 50% he stays, 50% he moves. And if he does get moved, I'm saying 50-50. If he does get traded, I'm putting the Dodgers about 90% chance that they would be the team to get traded to, because that's the team that has the depth. That's the team that has the prospects. That's the team that has the desire to win it all in 2020. Look out for the LA Dodgers. Mookie Betts, that is a deal that could happen. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean everything to me. Hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Check the links out in the description and let me know in the comments what you think about this move. What do you think, Red Sox fans? Do you want them to make this trade? I highly doubt you do, but maybe you do. Let me know. What do you think, Dodgers fans? I bet you'd love to have Mookie Betts. Tell me what you think. Shout out Roger the Dodger. And thank you so much for checking out my videos. Everybody out there, appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.